the big boom or whatever.
Okay, so we took our little break. She started. Talk to you later, girl.
Bye.
Bye-bye. She makes our tea for us, which is very good. Very good tea.
Thank you.
Well, it's not the big boom. It's the idea of everything came from imagination creating itself. And it's through imagination and faith in that imagination and listening to the many voices within you that's really going to elevate whoever you are as an individual, as a person, to become more authentic, to become more real. I think the first thing, the hardest thing for us as a race to follow is beyond everything that we want materially, our thirst or our lust for power, to control others, to make money, to be comfortable, whatever, to impress others, is who you are as an individual self, an authentic being. Now, anything that you do, I think, whatever aspect of life it be, it could be nefarious or whatever it is, and you're expressing yourself in with that, then that's your limits, that's where you are. And whatever excuses you make. It's like some people will say, like President Bush, and staying on track, trying to stay on track about imagination. President Bush did a lot of bad things for the country, and Mr. Obama is now going to save us from the country. And then I don't think Mr. Bush was a bad president. I don't think anything he did he really felt was wrong. He believed in what he was doing, though he may have made excuses that may have benefited him after elections or after everything was over or throughout the process, or the people that he cares about and loves. And then you have Mr. Obama now who's in this position who's, a lot of people thought he's going to come and he's going to save us. But he's under the guns of everybody that's in control as well. So none of those men are bad. They're just victims of their placement where they are. And how do you move out of that placement? Real change has to start within you in each individual universe. And how you affect that other person is really implementing change, within the individual. The world is going to be messed up, and it's always got to be messed up in a lot of ways, but that's what tests us. There may come a point where we will become more universal and more whole as a people and stop doing the things that we're doing, but I really don't see that, not in our lifetime. I mean, maybe if an alien race came down from another world and attacked us as a world, we may have to all unite to fight this alien race, and then that's one way of getting us all to unite and stop, finding excuses to kill one another. Now we have an excuse to kill something else, so we focus all our energies on that, right? It's where you are and what you are as an individual, what you're discovering within yourself, because really in the end that's all you take with you. And that's what I mean, like that's when you wake up from the dream. So when you talk about internal arts, when you talk about religion, like imagination, creative imagination, you're here to self-discover the authentic self, to be able to listen to these many voices that are within you, to many different levels of consciousness. Systems within systems. You are a school of many thoughts that can borrow and can use different, like if you look at that as, like your computer screen that has so many windows that you keep adding more things onto it, more apps onto it, which make it bigger. But also the more apps you add to it, if you don't have the right hard drive, it gets too old, it can't handle the new apps. So it has to work together as a unit. You constantly have to keep uploading. You constantly have to keep upgrading. You constantly have to move from one step to another step. And that's where systems comes in. I think Joseph Campbell really kind of done a lot for me in that way, because when he talked about mythology, and this is going back a lot of years, he put all the mythologies together where all of a sudden, they weren't together, but they were all saying the same thing. All the religions, all the mythologies, all our dreams were all saying the same thing. It's like we're all dreaming one big giant dream. That we all want the same thing in that dream. Mechanistically, materially, we may be searching for power, fame, fortune, all the things. Financial freedom's a big thing. I mean, really, if you change our environment before you're ready to change, it can also be destructive to the human environment. It's like we change things within that environment that can really destroy where we are at this point, because we're not ready for that change yet. So it has to be an internal change. You have to be ready to see it, you know? It's like the movie The Avatar, when the two people, which I liked in that one part of the movie, where the woman said, "I see you," and the man said, "I see you." Well, that's exactly what you need to do. You know, you need to see the other person. You need to see things. It has to become clearer. So religion, to me, if you get past the idea of fact, religion becoming fact, and religion instead becoming a catapult to take you from one level of consciousness to the next level, then religion is just teaching you how to grow, how to become more. Not something to fixate on, and not something to die for, but yet something to grow from, to really learn. When you talk about creation, the same creation of energy that exists within the realm of creation exists within you. You are part of that creation. You are part of that creative imagination. What are you doing with it? You know, if this is your time, what are you doing with that time? Is all your time just trying to impress or get somewhere to show people or to try and change things? But the first real change has to come with you. And then change happens automatically with people that you care about or people that care about you. It just happens because you are who you are. You're authentic. And that's listening to the different voices within you. That's understanding all the things that are within you. It's like Nietzsche says, be careful of the demons that you cast out, because they could be the best things about you. Well, of course, what he's really saying there, in my opinion, or my view of it, is saying they are demons. And eventually, when you understand them, you realize they're your teachers. And then your teachers, at that point, become angels.